Before anything else, subscribe and leave your like. The concept of 5 a.m. club was spread as a personal development method. However, according to science, waking up at 5 a.m. daily may not work for everyone. Just imagine sleeping and waking up early every day and following a routine that takes advantage of sunlight as much as possible. Seems like a perfect day-to-day life, doesn't it? For many, undoubtedly. However, this certainty is not so simple for science. The origin of the 5 a.m. club. The conceptualization of this club came to light with a publication by the Canadian writer and speaker Robin Sharma. Away from his law career to pursue personal development, Sharma has elaborated numerous bestsellers with this theme. Among all, the book, The 5 a.m. Club, is one of his most notable works. As a concept introduced by the author himself, the 5 a.m. Club began in the mid-2000s with the aspiration of promoting the practice of waking up early. Establishing a routine that starts at 5 in the morning and ends before 10 at night brings, according to him, advantages both physically and mentally. On the writer's website, this dynamic is described as revolutionary for maximizing productivity and achieving the best possible health. The book was first published in December 2018, years after the creation of the club, promising to guide the reader to this magical routine. In his proposal, the main weapon is the 20/20/20 formula, dividing the first hour of the day into 3 sessions, each with a different purpose. First, 20 minutes of intense physical exercise, especially to improve blood circulation and reduce cortisol. After that, the session of reflection on the day ahead, to keep your feet on the ground and deal with any problems rationally. This time can be used for meditation or planning daily goals. Finally, the learning period comes, in which reading and studying are encouraged. Waking up later doesn't have to be a sin. In the current post-pandemic context, the claims and influences of the 5 a.m. club have received attention. Faced with a 25% increase in the prevalence of anxiety disorders, as reported by the WHO, so-called motivational coaches saw an opening to mass disseminate the culture of waking up early. The attempt was to reintroduce the population to the stricter routine of the pre-pandemic context, promising improvements in well-being and balance. For this reason, a constant media relevance of the waking up early subject was observed. Indeed, waking up early and starting the day with the 20/20/20 practices may seem enviable, and in reality, there are great advantages to it. Some commonly attributed examples are the improvement of mood, immunity, stress, and productivity. In addition, according to the Royal Society for Public Health, there are many other benefits, such as reduced risks of anxiety and depression, metabolic abnormalities, and even road accidents. However, when it comes to the advantages of waking up early, it is important to note that this is not a one-size-fits-all solution and may not work for everyone. Among numerous mediums, psychologists, coaches, etc. who promote this morning routine, Sharma's work is another material that influences the idea that waking up early is better for everyone, regardless of who they are. However, the neurological study of sleep and the circadian cycle goes against this trend. It is necessary to understand that, just as each person has a unique fingerprint, each person has a brain that functions in a unique way. Therefore, it is common for some people to be naturally more productive and motivated a little later, in the afternoon. We call them evening people. The so-called evening people receive this designation because they are favored by the evening period, that is, the interval between noon and sunset. They oppose morning people, who function better before noon. In the middle of this spectrum, there are also people who fall into an intermediary category, called intermediates. Each person fits into one of the 3 chronotypes, which can be discovered, for example, by measuring the amount of melatonin, sleep hormone, in the blood as the day progresses. Morning people have a melatonin peak earlier in the day, indicating that they should sleep earlier than people of other chronotypes. Evening people, on the other hand, experience the peak hours later, indicating that the most beneficial sleep for them begins later than for morning people. And intermediates, who, as the name suggests, are in the middle, avoid extreme schedules, they represent the majority of the population. A concrete routine is the key. Regardless of chronotypes, humans have a naturally diurnal pattern of life, so that afternoon nap cannot be justified by a different chronotype. This general pattern is the result of our biological clock, or circadian cycle, coordinated in the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, of the hypothalamus, regulating body functions such as body temperature, hormone secretion, and, of course, sleep. For this reason, humans have a common tendency to be active during the day and to suffer the effects of melatonin and sleep at night, whether a few hours earlier or later. Thus, the greatest value that can be taken from Sharma's book is not the defined times of going to bed at 10 o'clock at night and waking up at 5, but having a fixed routine. Sleep is a process that goes far beyond the hours of actual unconsciousness. A good sleep has a preceding preparation so that the body releases melatonin, relaxes, regulates blood pressure, and soothes itself. Therefore, it is important that a few minutes before sleeping, the lights are turned off, and electronic devices are avoided, as brightness reduces the release of melatonin by the pineal gland. Having a constant time to fall asleep and another to wake up becomes a habit for the brain, improving the hours of sleep. When the scheduled time arrives, the body automatically secretes melatonin, inducing sleep. Then, when it is near the time to wake up, it is the turn of cortisol to be secreted, awakening the body in a healthier way. The conclusion of everything is, before blindly following the instructions to wake up at 5, it is crucial to understand the functioning of your own body. It is no use wanting to wake up as early as possible and strictly follow the ideal of the 5 a.m. club if your body reaches its full potential in the afternoon. On the other hand, if the morning is the most productive period for your body, dedicating yourself to waking up earlier can dramatically increase your productivity. The best time of day is when your body works best. Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.